Namaskar, everyone. How are you? Hopefully everybody's been doing fantastic. Listen, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by and checking it out. I hope you're going to stick around. Now, if you're already a subscriber, thank you and welcome back. That being said, I'm not going to do the normal intro that I usually do to my videos, only because this video that I'm posting now is a small section of a longer video that I posted while I was in Puerto Rico, and that would have been for the walking around Old San Juan. I posted some pictures and stuff on a tourist website on Facebook and whatnot about La Perla, the Pearl. I got a lot of positive feedback from it, man. And then I also got a lot of people, wow, I can't believe you got pictures. Wow, I can't believe they let you do this. Wow, I can't believe you got away with that. Oh my God, I would never go down there. Now, if you watch my videos, you know that, not that I'm not afraid of anything, but I respect every place that I go to. You guys know that. And this was no different. In the videos while I was in Puerto Rico was more for a vacations type video. I didn't want to put any kind of like history of Puerto Rico, and I didn't want to put any negativity of anything about Puerto Rico, because Puerto Rico is a crazy awesome island. It's a great place. A little bit of history about Puerto Rico. It wasn't, first of all, if you go to Puerto Rico and you're from the United States, you do not need a passport. Why don't you need a passport? Isn't Puerto Rico another country? No, it's not. It's a territory of the United States. Was it always? No, it was not. It was more of a province of Spain. And then in 1898, the United States went in and forcibly took control of Puerto Rico. 1917, they imposed on the people that they take U.S. citizenship. And again, I'm not talking about like now, because it almost sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? And again, this isn't supposed to be negative. This is just a little bit of history about it. The people obviously did not want that. They didn't have a lot of personal freedoms because the United States took control of them. Now they have more freedom than they used to, but they still, I don't think the United States gives too much to Puerto Rico. We'll just say that. And again, that's not the first time that the U.S. is kind of like a bully. And I'm not saying that, though. I don't want nobody coming out to me, hey, United States is great. Yeah, it is. I live here. I know, right? But I also love history and that, and like things we've done to Cambodia. Cambodia was a big dumping ground during the war. And the United States were told to just dump all your unused ammunition on Cambodia. Who cares about it? It's nothing. Guess what? People were still in Cambodia and reaping the horrors of that situation. But enough of that being said. So you don't need a passport. It's a territory of the United States. La Perla is an area that's considered one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Puerto Rico. There's a few of them. La Perla is one of them. It has a bad, or had a bad reputation, and from what I read on my post, it kind of still has a bad reputation because people do not want to go down there. Let me say what I say first, and at the end I'll tell you how I feel about that. Now, La Perla, if you're at, there's two forts in Old San Juan, and that's probably, when tourists go there, that's probably the first place that people are going to go, is Old San Juan. Now, if you're walking around the one fort, St. Felipe del Moro, when you're walking down the fort and you look down, you're going to see this magical area of homes. And it is magical. It's just this little place. It's a stretch. It's colorful. The architecture is great. Now, there's a lot of downed homes in there. There's a lot of destruction in that area too, but I think that was, I want to say in 2017, what was Hurricane Maria? I think that was 2017, caused a lot of damage in La Perla. They tell tourists not to go down there. Why don't they tell you to go down there? Because La Perla was one of the biggest, and I say was, it still has a reputation. It was invaded by the feds years ago, but it's still, I mean, people live there. That's their homes. La Perla started off as a, it was a, not a, I'm trying to think of the name, not a butcher shop, a slaughterhouse area. There was a slaughterhouse in that area. And in the early 1900s, slaves were not allowed to live in the main part of Old San Juan. So they kind of made this area up. And then farmers came along and like poor people came along and they made the town of La Perla. It's a magical place, man. It really is. Despacito was actually filmed there, which is like one of the top music videos. Oh my God, I'm trying to think. I know Daddy Yankee is in it, and man, if I can think of, I can't think of the other, Louis Fonsi, I think was the actual singer that he had Daddy Yankee in that video. Really popular video, go check that out. Maybe I'll post a link in there of some sort if I can. Great place, I'm telling you right now. Am I telling you to go there? Absolutely not. But then, yes, go there, check it out. It was, and again, there's that was, it was one of the biggest, if not still the biggest area for heroin distribution on the island. I don't know if it still is. This is like during what I've, researched and stuff like that. I know in 2021, there was a man that was, he was told to stop taking pictures. He was from Delaware. He was with a friend. He didn't stop taking pictures. They beat him with a deep fryer, beat him with some wood, beat him with some workout weights, burned him, and he was found like 20 miles away somewhere or whatever. His friend did escape. I think he was still, like he was in a hospital still though, but he got away. They could only identify him by his fingerprints. No one was ever caught. 2023, I believe it was, 3 tourists went down there. And now get the time, because I think it was like 4 a.m. I don't go out at those times. So, you know what I mean? They went down there. They were told not to film one of the hamburger stands that were in the video of Despacito. Okay? So, they didn't listen, and I think all of them were stabbed. And I believe they all survived, but they were attacked. And there's the list goes on and on. I will say that you're watching this. Obviously, I took pictures and I filmed. Guess what? I went down there. I was probably down in La Perla for probably a good hour and a half. Respectful, just as I am here in my own hometown or wherever I go. I talked to a handful of people. I asked permission if I could take a picture of this mural. Can I take a picture here? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Don't do anything up there. Don't film up there. Don't do this. Went down to one of the bars, had a Modelo, Oceanside. Everybody was cool in the bar. There was people along the way that I walked to, or, walking to there. He was selling food. He was selling, agua, water, etc. I did not have a bad time in La Perla at all. It was probably my favorite part of Puerto Rico, and that was the best memory I've had in Puerto Rico. I loved all of the island that I got to see in this trip, but that was my favorite part of Puerto Rico, was La Perla. That being said, always be respectful when you go places like that. If you're told not to film, don't film. If you're told not to take pictures, don't take pictures. Ask before you even do it. I mean, that's where people live. That's their homes. And there's a lot of, probably illegal activity that nobody wants that on film. It's not like here. It's not like in the States. It's a different area. But, I'm trying to think if that's all I kind of really have to say. The basketball court that you're going to see that in the video here, and it's part of the video that I'm going to put in, that was Carmelo Anthony's idea. He built a few courts in Puerto Rico, and the one in La Perla was his and his teams that built that basketball court. So I don't want to get no slack from anybody about, any negativity, because it's not about negativity. It's all about positivity, man. I love meeting people. I love culture. And when you go into these areas, that's where you see the real people of that certain area. And that's exactly what we did when we went down there. It was probably the best time that I had while on vacation was in La Perla. So watch this clip, and at the end, maybe I'll do a little outro about it, just to my opinion on if you go to Puerto Rico. So check this out, and then afterwards you can go watch Despacito and really get the vibe. Okay, so check this out.
I think this area down here is La Perla, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I would love to go down there and walk. And I don't know, a lot of people were telling you like not to take pictures and stuff down in that neighborhood and whatnot, and like tourists will kind of get bothered or whatever. I don't know, because I don't know if it's the same thing as Youngstown, but there were things that happened to tourists down there. So I don't know. I just, out of respect, I wouldn't go down there and walk around and take pictures, but I would like to go down there and walk around. But yeah, I believe that's La Perla. But the houses are cool. And the further I'm going to walk down, because I plan on walking down further down there, and I can get another overhead look of it. Yeah, this is pretty wild, man. Yeah, and you can go into this one and here. Wild. Yeah, there. See, there's a store down there, and that's wild. Oh man, that's awesome. What a view. All right, I actually did come down here and got the roosters down here. I walked down. I did ask somebody if it was okay to take pictures and stuff down here. I don't want to be disrespectful, but check this mural out right there. And I dig this. You're gonna love this, because there's, I believe, if I'm wrong, I will fix it and I'll write it in the comments. I think this is La Perla. But check this out right here. Look at the teeth, the mosaic teeth of the shark, and just, man, this is awesome. This is flipping great. And they have, if you look back, when I go back I show you, but the shark, it's cut open and it has all the trash inside. And I don't know who drew this. Usually it's at the corner. I don't know who the artist is on this, but that's wild. That is wild. And then I guess you can keep walking down that way. Like I said, I've heard things in like the tourist kind of thing, not to walk down here at night and stuff like that, but these are this is the real deal stuff. These are where the real people are and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool mural. I dug how the shark was. All right, here's a wall mural. Love these murals, man. Totally dig them. Yeah, look, that goes all the way down. And I think when we get down over here, there's the other part of La Perla. Of course, I think that's what it is anyway. Again, I would have walked down there. I wanted to walk down the whole stretch, but again, I'm not from here, and there's really no need for me to be down there, and I just don't want to. Just from listening to other stories and what other people say, I just wanted to respect it. So, and I don't know, you know. Again, I don't know, but yeah, there's it's a short little walk. Maybe I'll go down at this end and check it out. But yeah, cool little neighborhood. Got some stores down there, some bars. There's a bar over there. Got some water tanks up there. It's the other part of that mural over there. Check that out. Yeah, okay, here we can see a little better. Yeah, the Perla. That was close. Man, so wow. I love that kind of neighborhood. Love it. Maybe I'll go down over here. I think there's another set of steps that go down. Now check it out over on that side. There's the sign, Community of La Perla, and little walkway to go down. And it's cool that I noticed all the roofs on a lot of these buildings are they have stuff written on them. And that house over there is cool, the Puerto Rican flag. But let's go see what's down here just for the heck of it. What's that? I don't know. Yeah, look at all the roofs. So from the sky, you would see all the murals and stuff. This wall is crazy. This wall surrounds like San Juan. Oh, check this mosaic out. Wow. I don't think enough people and enough communities have mosaics. Ball field over here. Look how cool that is with the fort. Look at this. Walking the streets of La Perla. Murals down here are off the hook, man. Baby chickens, roosters, or baby roosters. Look at all of them in here. All right, so I've been walking through the streets of La Perla. Again, when you read online of different things, and I take it with a grain of salt, because I can walk in neighborhoods around where I'm from and I'm okay with it, man. The people are the greatest people you ever meet. But out of respect, because I'm not from here, you know, I just didn't film going through here. I asked some people if I could take some pictures and stuff, and they were okay with it. Everybody was super nice down here that I've seen so far. But I think this is like, this is a touristy spot, I think. If you come here, obviously it's going to be for photo ops. I love La Perla. That's cool, right? The murals again. But look at this. Is this nuts or what? Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh man. And then you look up and there's the little city of La Perla. Fort way down there. Oh, there's another photo. Oh man, this is my kind of area right here. Oh, nice side by side. And they drive them around here. Yeah, look at that little photo op. Wow. I love La Perla. Oh man, is this wild, man. This is wild. You can taste the salt. Taste the salt on your lips here, man. That's great. Little tide pool, really, I guess. Little water pool, tide pool. There. Oh, this is amazing. Is that where they got it from? So yeah, you know, when you read this stuff, it says not to come down here or whatever as a tourist or whatever, especially at night. But you know what? That is where you want to go, because again, man, I say it all the time. That's where the real people are, man. That's where the real deal stuff is, all the time, no matter where you go. And you'll find the nicest people. Man, this is great. So yeah, this is an amazing place down here, man. The colors and everything else, man. Wow. But yeah, I'm gonna stay down here for a little bit and maybe get myself a drink or 2 or 3. Well, I got 5 fingers on it, so I count to 5. Walk around a little bit more up top when we get up there, see what else is up that way here in old San Juan. Man. Woo. All right, we decided to have numero uno, and I went with the Medella. But this place is wild too, and I don't actually know the name. I don't know if it's Mundo Aparte number 2. But check this out. There is a bowl right here. That is amazing. I didn't know that was a bowl from the outside. I thought it was like just a building that was busted down. This is wild, man. Check it out. And my board's sitting in my garage. Of course I wouldn't have been able to take it anyway. It'd been too much. That's wild. A bowl right down here in La Perla. Man. All right, so that was a little trip to the community of La Perla. Good time down there, actually. So like I said, when I was reading on some of the posts about La Perla, everybody was like, don't go, do not go unless you're with the local, do not go there, do not go there, do not go there. Guess what? I went there and had a good time. It was probably some of the best views I've seen here in Puerto Rico since I've been here. So phenomenal down there. Had a drink. I mean, look at that, man. That's what we went down to. And again, if you do decide to go down there, if you come here and you do decide to go down there, don't be afraid to wander. Don't be afraid to wander and go down there. I mean, use your head and stuff like that, but I had no problems. I had no problems. And I did ask though if I could take pictures of this or that, and you know, they said yeah here, but don't do it up here, don't do it over there. So, you know, just respectful, be respectful. But man, that was a great time. So if you do come to San Juan, and if that's all you're doing is coming here to go to San Juan, you got to go to La Perla just to go check it out and go see the view. Walk down the steps and go check that little bar that I went to, and the view is amazing. You'll thank me, I'm telling you.
All right, so what did everybody think of La Perla? Beautiful, right? Again, man, it was the most awesome time that I had while on vacation. It was so awesome. The people were great. The views were great. The architecture, the color, the murals, everything was flippin' amazing down there. I'm gonna keep this quick, okay? If you go anywhere, and this could be Puerto Rico, this could be in the next neighborhood that you're not from. People live there. That's their homes. You don't know what's going on there. If you're gonna take pictures of something, especially a home, a street, whatever, make sure it's okay. Okay, always make sure it's okay. Just be respectful when you go. Anywhere, just be respectful. Most importantly, explore and adventure. And you're probably gonna meet the most amazing, phenomenal people that you'll ever meet if you didn't. I'm telling you, 100% correct. I'm telling you. But I hope you enjoyed that little tidbit. And if you haven't watched the full video of Old San Juan, go check that out. But I feel that I needed to put this out there. So I hope you enjoyed it. Got a lot of stuff coming up. It's coming up on summertime. There's a few hikes I want to go on. There's a few places I want to visit. A few train rides I want to take. A few places I want to fly to. I think it's going to be an excellent summer. So until I see you on the next adventure, wherever that may be, Fathom Malenke.